It's day 2 of the diary of Geriatric 1944. That's the year I was born, in December. The coronavirus panicdemic, as I consider it, seems to be continuing. What we have is the media continuing to ramp up the hysteria about it. I know nothing, by the way. I have no medical qualifications whatsoever. All I know is what I've read or seen in the media. I don't know a thing about medical matters, but I do know about entertainment, so just let me tell you my feelings about cancelling Eurovision 2020. Ridiculous. Surely all you do is adapt it. Everybody makes videos these days, so all the contenders could be played on video. You just host it in a different way. You either have a tiny audience consisting perhaps of just the performers who've been invited to Rotterdam and all been checked that they don't have any cough or fever. I don't know how you do it, but you can still put on a great TV show which will have millions of viewers, will get millions of telephone votes. I don't think yet you catch coronavirus on the telephone, do you? Well, I think that's a way that it should not have been cancelled. It should still go on, but just be adapted. I think exactly the same about things I don't know about, like sport. Euro 2020 should still continue, perhaps in closed stadiums. Yes, I know it's different, and it's nice to have a crowd there, but what the hell, you still watch the football on television, you take shots from different angles, and basically the competition continues without spreading amongst the millions in crowds. Glastonbury. Yeah, Glastonbury is a live festival. Okay, you can't do it live this year, so you do it a different way, and you televise it and you send it to people. Surely all these things can be adapted instead of being cancelled, which will cause millions grief, misery, loss of income, loss of earnings, all sorts of downsides, and as far as I can see, no upsides. But it strikes me as interesting that this trivial virus, as I call it, has caused now 3,300 deaths in China, where it's now beginning to become finished. Now, 3,300 deaths in a country the size of China is really not a major problem. Those people probably died because they were old, like I am, or they had various assorted underlying health issues, as everybody has. But 3,300 people, it's always sad when people die, but let's put this into perspective. In England and Wales alone, in the 2 months, December and January, between 2017 and 2018, the flu vaccine we were all given didn't work. Indeed, I got flu having had the vaccine. I was in Morocco, stayed in bed for a week, drank a lot and took some paracetamol and got cured perfectly. That was 2 years ago. However, in England and Wales alone, in that 2-month period, 50,000 people died as a result of the flu infecting them and causing the elderly and the vulnerable to die. Now, that to me was a serious epidemic. It was hardly covered in the media. Nobody seemed to really notice it or worry about it. Compared to 3,300 people dying in the whole of China, which has billions of people in it, it strikes me that this is a media-inflated panicdemic. Anyway, that's my basic feeling. Lots of people will disagree with me. I went out yesterday to collect my prescription from Boots. Long queues outside because they were only letting 5 people at a time into the shop to collect the prescriptions. So people were queuing outside, some not within 2 meters of each other, probably infecting the whole world. And I cooked myself dinner last night, which was, I have to say, delicious. It was a venison steak with blackberry sauce, 2 baked potatoes with lots of butter and cheese on top of them, some peas, and my favourite beer, Ching Chow. Today, it's been a lovely day on day 2 of the panicdemic, as I prefer to call it. The sun is shining. It's the park is lovely out there. I live within a minute's walk of the park, so I can take my exercise there. Although I have to be honest, once I've got there, I tend to sit on a bench for 10 minutes and then walk back, which isn't a lot of exercise. Not as much as I'd like to be doing, which is swimming, which I always try and do in the summer and winters in sunny climates. I much prefer that. But one thing or another, the world is looking fine. The sun has come out and is shining at last.
Hip hooray! Hip hooray! The sun has got his hat on.